How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another very different episode of Koen's Corner. Welcome to Minecraft Beta 1.04. Not even the beta, this is 1.04, 1.0.4. My god, I can't speak. Welcome to Minecraft Chronicles, is what I wanted to say. This is a mini-series where I take a look at all sorts of random, really old versions of Minecraft. I did a live stream of this quite a while ago, and I thought it was so flippin' sick, so cool, that I decided, you know what? Let's just make this into a full series. Let's do something fun with this. So, basically what I wanted to do was just take a moment to appreciate the Minecraft of old. So, why exactly am I doing this? Well, the reason why I'm doing this now is because I just thought it was a really, really cool concept. I once saw a YouTuber, another YouTuber do this. They did something similar to what I'm doing here, which is just playing a Minecraft survival map and updating it to a new version every single episode. So he started with release 1.0 and then worked his way up to the latest version of the game, which sadly did not exactly go to plan because his entire world just got completely corrupted and he couldn't really fix it in any way anymore. So that entire concept just kind of flew. It just kind of dropped off a cliff, basically. In this series that I'm going to be doing, I'm basically just going to check out an old version of Minecraft, play a little session of it, and see how it goes. And I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be starting a new world in every single version of the game. Whenever every single episode, every new... You'll probably get it a little bit more once I start playing this a little bit more. What I'm gonna do first is change this around because I've despised the fact that this uses the I key for inventory. I know why it is like that. It's because inventory starts with an I, so they just do it that way. I have nothing against that, but I just prefer the way that we do it today. But yeah, why am I starting with this version in specific, though? The reason why I'm starting with this is because this is one of the very first true... I consider this to be the very first true Minecraft release, in the sense that this is the very first version that brings us the infinite... Actually, did this have the infinite map? I'm not even sure if this had the infinite world, but it was one of the first in my... From what I can gather, to really have that Minecraft experience that we are used to today. So I feel like this could be the most familiar one out of all of them. There's a lot of big differences between this and the most latest version of the game, which right now is 1.21.x. I don't know if this is a pressure plate or if this is a slab. I guess I will find out soon. But there's a couple of big differences between this and the latest version of the game today. Which is, first of all, you can already tell, there's no beds in this. So, when the night comes, you basically just have to sit through it. There is nothing you can do to skip through the night, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately. I should not say unfortunately in this case, because that honestly just makes for a little bit extra challenge. Because this is basically forcing you to get through the night, even though you have literally nothing to do it with. Which I think is freaking fascinating to think that that is a thing in such an old version of this. There was no blocking with your sword either. There is a third-person view, but, well, I mean... This was when they were still trying to figure out the movements of your character's arms as well, I feel like. I don't think they got it, they got that quite down until, a couple of versions later. This is such a fascinating thing, because this is basically Minecraft from 2010, I believe, that this came out in. Maybe even 2009. I don't fully remember when this version came out, but it's definitely a very, very early version, as you can probably tell. And yes, you'll notice that one of the things that I did to obtain this wool, I forgot to mention this, but in this really old version, you can punch sheep and they will just drop their wool like that. Because I don't think shears were a thing. Honestly, I don't even know what exactly are you going to do with that wool if beds aren't a thing in this. I guess that was just mainly for decoration or something. I guess that's what you do with that. I don't know, actually. But yeah, it's just fascinating to see this. Honestly, I really enjoy just playing through such an old version of this and seeing where things go, because there's so many fundamental things that that we take for granted today in the game. It is so easy to take for granted some stuff that you just don't have to deal with anymore in recent versions of the game. There's beds, there's obviously, there's better lighting, because the lighting in this game is honestly pretty terrible. There are no brightness controls in this. This is literally all of the settings that you get. There is a show FPS thing right here, which, I mean, as you can tell, because I have an absolute beast of a computer, this is literally the amount of frames that we're getting in this. Which is honestly more than a bit ridiculous. I can just limit the frame rate, but I'm not gonna do that because I think it's amazing to be able to say I played Minecraft at over at nearly 800 frames per second, even if it is the oldest possible version that I could potentially be playing it in. That has that very distinct Minecraft experience to it. Let's see. I don't actually remember what the first version was that added the... I believe it was beta 1.8.1 that added the experience levels that you could get. So you can level and you can use your experience levels to enchant your stuff and everything. I believe that started in 1.8, if it was even then. But yeah, that is also just kind of crazy to think about, how that kind of stuff got added in later. I don't know if there's any doors in this. I feel like there should be. But then again, that's also just something that I should probably mention. I did not start playing Minecraft until many years later after this particular version got released, because I started playing Minecraft in 1.4.6, which is obviously a lot newer than what this is. This is Alpha 1.0.4, and I started playing it on release 1.4.6, which is quite a bit later than this. Which is honestly crazy to think about. But yeah, by definition, I kind of came to this game a little bit later than what some people did. Because I've come to know some people who started playing this well in the alpha and beta days. Which is impressive, to be honest. I think it's impressive how some people just started in such an early state of the game. I don't know if there's actually any glass in this. Oh my god, there's not even hand animation for when you open or close doors. Oh man. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm actually having so much fun just kind of relearning what Minecraft is like in such an old version of this game, because it really gives you so much appreciation for how good you have it in in modern versions of the game. Although, to be honest, this isn't really that that crazy of an experience so far. I haven't really encountered much that I cannot do in this game, other than obviously the most obvious being that I can't make beds in this, so I really just have to sit through the night, which is going to be something. If you've ever seen anything remotely related to me trying any sort of survival experience in Minecraft, you know that I've always just had such a hard time with it. I always die in the most hilarious and brutal ways imaginable, and it's honestly just kind of embarrassing at the best of times. Okay, chests do exist in this. Cool. Also, yeah, you have to painstakingly put everything in to this chest one by one. The shift key does not do anything in this, I don't think. I don't even think crouching was a thing in this, is it? No. It isn't. And for some reason, when I go into third-person mode, it enables the rain. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Alright. Now, there's one thing that I want to mention about beta. Because in later versions of Minecraft beta, you could make beds. But there's one frustrating part about beds in the early days of the game. And that is that beds basically didn't do much for you. I mean, they worked for what they needed to do, which was to allow you to sleep. But the problem is, zombies and skeletons and whatnot would literally just spawn in your house as you sleep. So, what would happen is that they would attack you, and they would just wake you up as you, while you're trying to sleep. And half the time you would just get killed by them, because they show literally no mercy. Which, I don't even know if there was a way to properly protect yourself from the mobs. They could just spawn in your house and kill you without any sort of warning whatsoever. So, yeah. Try to protect yourself from that. It's literally not going to be remotely possible, I can tell you that much. And this game is freaking dark. Like I said, there is absolutely no proper lighting in this. And it really does not help that there's no brightness controls. So this game is just going to get dark when it gets nighttime. Also, I'm playing this in normal, I believe. Am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. So that's gonna make things even more interesting. As if this game isn't already interesting enough as is. I'm already playing a really old version of the game. Why am I even playing such an old version of this? Why am I doing this? Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because I just find the really old versions of the game just incredibly fascinating. Like, it's really, really easy, like I said, to take for granted stuff that you just don't have to deal with anymore. When you're playing through Minecraft, what you would often find these days is that a lot of the game is just made to be a lot easier than what it used to be. Because the beta and especially the alpha days of the game were genuinely kind of difficult and in some cases even terrifying. Because there was just so little that that you had in terms of protection. Like I said, zombies and skeletons and shit would literally just spawn in your house when you're trying to sleep, and they would just try to kill you right there with literally no mercy. So, it was very easy to get yourself killed then. Yeah, there's a lot of mobs already. Now, granted, in this particular instance, I'm not getting a lot of mobs just spawning around me, but still. Are torches even a thing in this? They are. Okay. Cool. And this is another thing. This is how much light torches give. Not a whole lot. So, that is just really sick. Oh, man, man, man. Alright. Let's make some more of this. Because I feel like... I don't know if this is actually going to help me much. But... there's really only one way to find out, and that's to just try it. Granted, not a lot of mobs seem to be spawning around my house right now, so... maybe this is a little bit easy. I don't know. That's part of the challenge, is just fuck around and find out, basically. Because... yeah, like I said, I just really have no knowledge on what I'm doing here. Let's actually try to make some glass. I'm genuinely extremely curious if you can make glass in this. Also, look at this furnace texture. It has just a block of regular stone on top. I just find that hilarious. Okay, apparently glass does exist in this really old version of Minecraft. Pretty cool. Now, here's the question. How long am I going to do this for? Because we're already going on for like 16 minutes. Maybe I'll just keep going until I get tired of it or something. Or maybe I can just hunt for some zombies and then continue doing this until I eventually die. So here is another thing that you cannot make. I have to wait until I have some a little more glass for this. But actually, I can just tell you right now, glass paints don't exist. They don't exist. They're not a thing yet. I don't think they were a thing until release. No, not even release. Until beta 1.8, I believe. So you're stuck with glass blocks, essentially. Which is another thing that I just find baffling to think about. So this is what you get. I honestly kind of like the glass blocks. Especially because mobs cannot see through these, I don't think. I don't think mobs can see through the blocks. So... yeah, you don't have to worry about zombies and shit just gathering around your house because they can see you through the glass and just waiting for you to finally come out so they can ruthlessly kill you. Which, in all fairness, they're not really gathering around my house at all right now, which I'm honestly kind of glad with because that makes everything so much easier. One of the things that I hate about modern Minecraft is how quickly zombies and stuff just gather around your house and just ruthlessly attack you all the frickin' time. They will not give you a single break whatsoever. Which is really, really frustrating at the best of times. I understand why that is, though. It's supposed to make the game more challenging, more exciting. But that still doesn't make it any less frustrating to having to deal with. This honestly kind of reminds me of that time when I started playing the game. Actually, no, it doesn't. When I started playing Minecraft, this is actually kind of a fun story that I think some of you might be interested in. Is that I started playing Minecraft, like I said, in 1.4.6, and one of the first things that I did back then was I started a brand new Minecraft world in Creative. And one of the things that I did was I made a hole in a giant mountain somewhere that I managed to get to. And that was where I wanted to make my first ever shelter. It was literally just a tiny, tiny hole. And one of the things that I did there was I put down some of the heads that you could get in the game. So I put down a zombie head, I put down a regular Steve head, or head, what? I can't speak today. And you know, little things like that. So just tiny little decorations that I thought would be neat to put down in there. And it was honestly just really, really fun for to play Minecraft for the first time. When you play Minecraft for the very first time, it's really interesting because if you don't know anything about, hey, we already found iron. If you don't know anything about this game, you are just expected, because Minecraft is a literal sandbox. You get just dumped into this world, and the game expects you to know how to play it from the very get-go. It doesn't explain anything about how you're supposed to play the game or how anything works. You do get a couple of achievements. Well, back in the day, you start with getting a couple of achievements that basically just explain to you how to play the game. I don't even know if achievements were a thing in this version of it. It doesn't look like it. But back then, you did get a couple of achievements that basically told you how to get started. There was the getting wood achievement, there was the making a crafting table achievement and things like that, and even making tools and swords and, you know, things like that. But other than that, it's basically just sets you free, and you are expected to know what to do. And, you know, it was kind of, it was a really interesting, but it was a really hard time. Because if you don't know how to play this, if you don't know what you're doing, this game is genuinely kind of terrifying sometimes. Because you get all of these mobs that are spawning at night when you're first playing survival mode, and you basically just have to figure out how to make a sword, you have to figure out how to make food, and it's honestly a really weird experience. I definitely really enjoyed my first few hours playing Minecraft when I first got into it. And learning to play the game when you're very new to this and you're still learning how to play and how everything works, learning something in this game, doesn't really matter how it is, can be anything from just learning how crafting works in this game, can be how to build stuff, or even something as simple as chopping down a tree. Because what a lot of players tended to do when they first started playing this is they would try to chop down a tree, and they would just literally try to chop it down like this. When in reality, you have to do it like this. They would just tap the... oh, wait, I have to show this a little bit better. They would literally just tap the mouse once every few seconds. And they would only realize a little bit later that they have to hold down the mouse button in order to keep punching a tree and finally just chop it down. It's little things like that that make learning how to play this game so sick and so fun. And speaking of which, speaking of learning stuff, is it possible to make stairs? It is, although that texture looks weird as hell in this. What the fudge? Oh man, I don't know. Alright. Sure thing, dude. Sure thing. That's what stairs look like in your inventory, I guess. Oh man, I love it though. It's great. But yeah, learning this is really weird, and this is also weird how stairs work. How is that even a thing? How does that happen? What is going on here? Wait. Something is not... No! What? Did breaking the stairs just give me cobblestone back? Alright. That is certainly a decision. Alright. Sure. Yeah, stairs in this game behave so weirdly. Also, why does this turn into cobblestone? Minecraft Alpha is freaking weird. But yeah, also, I wanna close this video off in a second, but before I do, because you don't have a food bar, you might have noticed that I don't have a food bar, I don't even have an experience bar. All you have is a health bar. If you want to heal in this, all you have to do is eat pork chops. Doesn't matter if it's raw or cooked. Just kill a bunch of pigs, get some pork chops, and eat them, and you will replenish your health instantly. That is how you do it. And also, sheep like to jump around in the air here. But yeah, that is Minecraft Alpha 1.0.4. A really weird and really fun old version of Minecraft that I love to bits. I think this is great. It is really fun to look back on this old version of the game and to just kind of see what Minecraft was like back in the day. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. I'm definitely gonna continue making videos like this. I'm gonna tell more stories about old Minecraft as this series goes on, because this is definitely one of the most fun things that I've done yet on this entire channel. And that says a lot, because I've been making quite a few different kinds of videos on this channel over the years, and I definitely really enjoy this. So, I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know by leaving a like to this. Subscribe to PhoenixStarYT if you want to see more videos like this. And also, while you're at it, let me know what version of Minecraft you want me to check out in the next video. Because I would be genuinely curious to see what version you would like to see in this. I'm open for literally everything that Minecraft has to offer. I know that there's also a couple of ways that I can get very obscure versions of Minecraft to work on my PC. I already have a separate launcher for that, so if I wanted to play, say, Minecraft 2.0, which was a April Fool's edition of Minecraft, I can very easily play that and have some fun with that, if you so desire to see that. But anyway, that's it for me for today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.